Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What's the collective need to know and be made aware of? I appreciate you all's likes, your sharing and your commenting, and also subscribing if you're not already. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What's the collective need to know? So in meditation, I feel like there are just a lot of realizations going on, but it's still a stubborn energy, because it's like 35% not taking responsibility still for their actions, of how they disturbed someone else's journey, including their own, but now they're coming to that realization. And then the other 65% would be, them recognizing that they've done things wrong. Look, I was looking out the window, y'all. I never shuffle my cards this way, but immediately that meant exposure for me. And while I was talking, that's pretty much what I'm getting at, as the spotlight is being shown on their behaviors, right? So if this means like people around them, family members, are now becoming hip to their evil ways, or, just their methods of doing things that just aren't considered quote unquote normal, a lot of scapegoating and things of that nature. Those are coming to light now at this time. And like I said, it's still some stubborn energy that's in denial about it all when it comes to them and that spotlight being shown on them. There's still, references as, it wasn't completely their fault, therefore they're not apologetic still. Maybe they're admitting to fault, but they're still not coming with the, I'm so sorry for all the destruction and the disaster I caused in your life. Like, that is still not on the table for these people, even though they're going through it. Oh, it's going to be a hard fall for them, a hard fall to their knees. But anyway, all right, Spirit, thank you for that. Here we go. A hard fall to their knees. I'm hearing that again. All right, that came out. The King of Wands reversed. I wanted to pull that out of the deck. Let's see, what else, Spirit? What else? All right. That might be it, y'all. Okay. That's it. All right, y'all. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So somebody is realizing that it is officially over. There is no way in. There's no side door, re-entry ticket, admitting one person can re-enter as many times as they want. All of that is gone. They may have had access, or they believe they had access in that way previously, but no longer. Two of Cups, bottom of the deck. Overall energy for what we're about to get into. So I guess understanding with that spotlight energy that I was talking about, referencing, it has them going through, them realizing that they are a jerk. They misused and abused, but will you get that apology? Probably not, because they're not 100% admitting fault, right? Here we go, y'all. Here we go. So I'm going to start here with this King of Wands reverse, but on top of that flew out the King of Pentacles, and it looks like there is one or two cards underneath the King of Pentacles, but it's like we're about to tell a story of possibly some family members here, because maybe now whoever your person is that's attached to this Two of Cups reverse, because I would understand that be your ex-person at this point, somebody who just didn't get it. They didn't understand that it was over. Now that's what's playing in their psyche right now. They're having to deal and sit in that. But I feel like a lot of has to do with, with the court cards coming out, I got family vibes. So now they're connecting the dots, like, how did this originate? Or, those things that, I saw mom do, that probably was something she was doing to bend someone's will, or they're not using that terminology, but I'm just saying as a technical side of what I'm relaying to you, that's what was being done. But maybe now they're coming to terms with, okay, so maybe that's not the right way to move. And, fast forward 20 years later, 10 years later, 5 years later, it's like, it might be a little too late for this person to try to, get back with somebody to make it right. Like, all of that might be just out of the picture, off the table. So they really have to sit in this knowing that there's really no way for them to try to repair this because, the other parties moved on. So now they turn to family. So somebody has to be scapegoated here. So they can't blame you really because you're not even trying to hear it. Like, they know that you're not trying to hear it at this point. So now they're looking to family. Like, who can they blame right now? Because that's what I'm getting here. Now, with this King of Wands reverse, let's see. Let me just go ahead and lay them out here. King of Pentacles. Then I have the Queen of Swords, of course. This Queen of Swords just tends to show up as like some sort of authoritative figure. But now we're talking about family. So I can just say that, possibly this is a mother, or it doesn't necessarily have to be gender oriented, but it's definitely somebody with these female tendencies. If it's a man, then possibly the man was operating in their thoughts and not feelings, right? Like, what could they do to try to keep someone down instead of trying to be compassionate for someone and what they're going through, and possibly saying, because I don't see the King of Cups yet, so that's why I'm saying this, to say, maybe they're having a bad day, or maybe this is all they know, so let me try to be someone to help them out. That compassion is nowhere on the table. So I know that these were, energies of, they were trying to work their way around emotions, work their way around of trying to dealing of wanting and trying to deal with the core aspects of why someone is the way that they are, why they're operating the way that they are, because emotions are not here. And I could say with the Two of Cups reverse, this person, your ex-person, is possibly realizing this, that, where's the love at? Where's the love? It's nothing but pentacles out here from what I can see so far. So it had to do about money, thinking of ways to get money, or doing things to get money, right? 10 of Pentacles right here at the top, reverse. So this is a loss. This is a windfall. This is like generational wealth loss is what I'm seeing. Generational loss is what I'm getting from this 10 of Pentacles reverse. And it's seeping into this family energy here. So this Two of Swords reverse just has to do with, I guess, what I'm getting, like family, their family couldn't even trust one another. Now, you coming into that family, or you going to meet mom, you going to meet dad, you meet the cousins, the brothers, the aunts, it didn't appear that way. It appeared like a happy family, right? But then you got to learn who your person, your ex-person, you got to learn how they operated. And then you start to think, well, where'd they get it from? And then you start seeing like the mask. Okay, these people are completely wearing masks. Nobody is addressing anything about things that have happened to them by way of other family members. You might get a little tea here and there, but it's like they're not dealing with it. They never acknowledged it. They never were like, okay, you got to get out. You're doing too much dirt. You're bringing shame to the family. No, they wanted to protect that and mask the entire situation of the family. They didn't want that information to be known to the public, even though it wasn't hard to tell that, something didn't right with that particular family, but still on the outside, they didn't want you to know that. They never wanted to bring shame to this family, whoever I'm talking to. So the reason I'm saying this is because your ex-person is dealing with this energy now. Like, they really know that they can't trust any of their family. Or that they possibly feel like they have been set up from childhood at this point, because nobody ever really took the time to say, no, that's not how we do this in this household. That's not how we operate as a family. We're supposed to love one. There's no cups out here as far as representing love. You were the only person that really showed them what love was. And they're realizing that with this Two of Cups reverse. Now, I do have an Ace of Cups here. So the Ace of Cups is about in the reverse, though. with this family energy. But then I have the Nine of Pentacles right here. So that lets me know that there was some entry of some sort of light, some sort of formation of somebody who might be pure, and they might be sweet and gentle and untouched, virgin-like qualities that tried to come into this family. They had never seen anything like that before. But guess what they were all about? They were all about this Ten of Pentacles. So you definitely set off alarms. I'm talking about you, collective, as this Nine of Pentacles energy. You set off some serious alarms to them. Wow. Okay. So, maybe we can kind of hook up to her coattails, or, try to see if, we can get some of that good juju energy off of her and have it benefit us somehow. So however that represented itself in the physical, it was definitely in their thoughts. Like that could be a really good person for such and such. Two of Cups energy. Whoever's in that Two of Cups with you, your ex-person. But it wasn't about love. They didn't say, oh, she could be such a good partner for such and such because look how caring and loving she is. And she just, look at how there are butterflies flying around her. They didn't see that. They were disguised. They couldn't see that. They were cloaked from seeing that, or rather you were cloaked because you were still sorry, y'all. I'm getting excited. You were still finding out about yourself, right? When you walked into this lion's den of a family, you weren't completely sure of who you were. They knew who you were. But again, that you didn't show up as being the love of the life of the person that you're connected to by way of them being your ex, but their family. It wasn't like, oh, they're going to get married someday and have a beautiful family. No emotions, no cups here. Now they're realizing that's what was missing. So the family even is set aback. Like, wait, what's wrong with our unit? Why do we not confidently talk to one another? Why is there so much? I feel like there's just space. There's nothing but space between them. Is what I'm understanding with this family. And I also feel like everybody's so focused on their one thing. With this King of Pentacles, of course, their focus is money, 3D, material things. That's all they're focused about, but they're in the reverse. So it's not even there. They're absent of that. So they're kind of like, okay, what's going on here? So everybody being in the reverse, I'm going to get to the King of Wands, I'm going to get to the Queen of Swords. They're sitting in what it is that they focus so much attention on and the absence of that. So they have no choice but to think about where their life went. Why did it end up in this reverse energy? Because what they put so much pride and energy and focus on is not there. For the King of Pentacles, the money's gone. The brand name labels are gone. For the King of Wands energy reverse, there are no job offers. There's nothing that they can go do to try to prove themselves worthy or try to prove, their own self-worth right now. Because all it was about was action, doing stuff, going places, making things happen in that way. But for some reason, they're not able to operate in that energy that makes them that King of Wands. They're in the reverse. This Queen of Swords, nobody's listening to her. She was the one, I'm hearing matriarch. So I could say a mother, a grandmother, maybe as you were raised by your aunt and this is, her family. But nobody's paying attention to this person. Once upon a time, they were the dictator. They were able to move people like chess pieces. They were able to say, you need to do this, and they would listen. They would defend this person to the end. But now they're kind of like, okay, all of this stuff she was saying and guiding us and directing us, was my life built on a lie now, is how they're looking at this Queen of Swords. And that could be their own mother. So this Ace of Cups was missing all along. Now, the Ace, even though it's tittering in the reverse, it's still a new beginning. So but that's been confirmed. That's where they are now. Because of the absence of love, because of the absence of the very thing that your ex-person needed. Now they're forced to sit in a new beginning, focused on emotions. The only thing is they don't know how to connect in that way. because they've never been up against that. Like, I don't see like group hugs, not even family dinners, y'all. I'm not seeing any of that. There's no emotion here whatsoever. And that's what they're being forced to reckon with at this time. Like, y'all skipped all past the love and compassion part and went straight to what it was that y'all felt y'all needed to do, because in order to excel as a person, that's what y'all needed. King of Pentacles, he needed money to be able to feel like somebody. Same for the Wands, that's about doing. And then the Swords, thoughts. How many people can I control here? Is this Queen of Swords energy. All right, y'all, let me see what else is here. But we have an entire family unit going through, being forced to look at themselves without what it is that they thought would make them powerful. All right, we have the Star card reversed and we have the Three of Wands here. So the Three of Wands is definitely expectation vibes. And then the Star reverse is, okay, boom. Y'all, okay, this is what I got. It just like that, it popped up and made me laugh. So the stereotypical image of the devil, right? The red slim suit, with the beard, the horns, and they're holding something and like a staff or something. I don't know, whatever that is. But he's sitting in a corner with this big old chested cat smile on his face with his legs crossed, saying, look at yourselves. He's poking fun at this family. Star card reverse energy. And I heard, where's your God now? So somebody could have been ultimately religious right now, but still at the same time, they weren't operating. When I say religious, then what's to be expected with that statement is that there was no spirituality. There was no real connection with Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit. This was all 3D based, right? So at the same time, they're throwing scriptures at everybody. They're doing dirt because they have no true connection with God. This was all surface level religion. So the devil's in the corner laughing at them now. Where's your God now, is what I heard. Isn't that crazy? So that means this Queen of Swords is having to answer to everything that I heard entitlement. She's having to answer to that now. So if she took things into her own hands, like played God for all of these people here in her family, she has to answer now. She's being dealt with. The whole family's being dealt with. Everybody's going to get it. Everybody's getting it. They're feeling it. It's hitting their pockets. 10 of Pentacles reverse. Whatever this unit was that relied so much on everything but healing, emotions, the cups, where the cups, they relied on everything else but that. Anything like you, collective, you trying to come in and show love, compassion with your 9 of Pentacles energy, they shunned you. They laughed at you. They were like, who does she think she is? But now they're understanding exactly who you were and are. But for the most part were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, 35 years ago. They're definitely understanding. Excuse me. This is crazy because before, this was hours before I even knew I was going to do a reading at this time. It was already dropped in my spirit because when I get, sometimes, I don't know if you're like me, but when I get a thought, like what people will say, a download, sometimes I got to get up and walk it off because it's so powerful. So that happened to me this morning in regards to when you showed up, you were the healing that came to this unit. But because they shunned and rejected you, that wasn't your problem to bear. You showed up in the loving energy that you knew that you were bringing to the table. Because, when you showed up, you were like, there was a serious disconnect here. You saw it. But this Queen of Swords energy came up in that thought that I had earlier. With her wanting to control everything, she knew that she couldn't control you. And that's where the problem started. She was used to controlling everyone in that unit, and they listened to her. I'm talking about grown-ass people. definitely still, because she interjected. She was just used to that. If I could say she was just the queen of the castle, quote unquote, that's what she was. And anytime somebody came that was about to potentially take something from her reign as the queen, automatically she tried to put a stop to it, whether you knew it or not. She was doing what she had to do to make you appear as the bad guy. But now she's realizing that you were sent to bring in that loving energy. 2 of Cups reverse, Ace of Cups reverse. They get that now. But sing with me, it's too late to apologize, right? Or it's too late, baby, to turn back now. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's too late. Anyway, all right. Let's get over here to these cards. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Well, I don't know. I mean, even if they're suffering, it's still beauty in that. Because they're being allowed the opportunity to finally mend things, put things together, put things into perspective that probably never were into any kind of perspective. So for me, that's that Ace of Cups. That's new growth for them. You know, but they might be thinking it's too late with this energy of it kind of teetering in the reverse. But it's still a new beginning. Oh, y'all. All right, so what we have here. We have the Knight of Cups reverse. We have the World card. And we have the 5 of Swords, right? So this is an energy with this. I'm not even going to look at these 2 cards because I'm already going to tell you it's a no. Because they're in the reverse to begin with. That means they're being blocked. They can't even get to you to try to express some sort of feelings. It's not. Let me tell you something. Don't waste your time thinking, oh, they're finally going to tell me that they're sorry. And they're finally going to admit, you know, their faults. Like, don't set yourself up for that. Because the fact that they're in the reverse, they're trying to bring pity to you so you can say, oh, it's okay. Yeah, you know, I was wrong. I mean, you know, we both share that, you know, it could have went a different way. But for the most part, they're the ones that should be apologizing based on what you had to go through, like the aftermath of it. Even they were still affecting you by what they had done when you all were together. So this Knight of Cups reverse is, I look at it as them being blocked, definitely with this World card energy here, because, you know, the World card is just a complete cycle, right? Like everything's been fulfilled. Everybody's free to go. So you go over there and lick your wounds, and you collective, you get to move on to your new path free and clear. This 5 of Swords is them being envious. They don't want you to move on with this free and clear energy that you've received. You got your pass. Unfortunately, they did not get their pass. You got their pass away from them, so there's no re-entry for them. 2 of Cups reverse. And they know this, and they're envious. They're sitting over there on the sideline hating. This could be your ex-person by way of this Knight of Cups reverse, because that's someone who needs to come in and start expressing how they feel. And trust me, they want to, but they're being blocked. They got to sit with that now. Because with this 7 of Cups reverse, they're going crazy. They can't take it. They can't handle this right now. All of these emotions, all of these cups here, these choices that they could have made, that they did not make, or either the bad decisions that they made, and, you know, in spite of what they really should have just been patient with, what they knew that God had sent them by way of a gift. 2 of Cups energy, you collective. They chose every other cup except yours. And these weren't even real cups. You had the real deal cup. You like had the gold plated 18 karat gold cup. These people got like whatever this is. I don't even know how to even describe fake gold. But they went for that. They went for the shiny objects, the King of Pentacles. Right? Because that's all they were built on. That's all they knew. That's all the family taught them was get money. And they tried to do that the best of their ability, being the king energy. The 4 of Pentacles is loss of control, loss of whatever it is that you once would have showed off to others, look at what I got. They can't do that now. There's no way. And truth be told, that's the reason that's what's eating them up the most. They can't show you off, King of Pentacles energy. Look at what I got. This is me. That's mine. They can't do that. And it's driving them crazy. They're thinking about all the other opportunities, the missed opportunities, the gutter rats that they invited in their life to take from them. They took, with the cups in reverse, they took from them and left them with a broken heart, empty pockets, lost, confused, dazed. 7 of Cups reverse energy. All right, y'all, let's get some clarifiers. Just so you know, it's trickled down to the family. Everybody's feeling the effects of what would have been you being a healer for this family. Coming in, nurturing, starting with, you know, who you were connected with first, but that was the entryway in. You were a gift. So by way of you connecting with this person, that would have healed the whole entire family. But no. But no. Okay. Shout out to the people who actually got into a family that wasn't a blood family. And there's no trickery. There's no backstabbing. Everybody genuinely loves you, right? Because they realize they would be a complete entire wreck if it weren't for you. I wanted to say Jennifer. They know Jennifer for being the person who's sending the sincerity cards or remembering everyone's birthday, always trying to bring everybody together to love and be a family unit. Because without you, they would be this family right here. So shout out to you. Spirit, you have any clarifiers for the energy? And I'm hearing, you know, your name doesn't have to be Jennifer. It could be Timbuktu, but the fact is they recognize the energy before, but they laughed it away. They said, there's no way. No one can be this pure of light and energy and divineness. No. They shunned you. Courtship at the bottom of the deck for the clarifier. So, I mean, I just feel like this just had to do with making connections. And finally, that connection was made, but it wasn't accepted. They spit on you, right? Now, the 10 of Pentacles reverse that's touching the family energy is the Thoughts card and the Despair card. So, no figure, no wonder, or go figure, right? All of that. Yeah, they absolutely know. So what's on the table is maybe they could try to get back. They absolutely know there's no possible way. So if you know that too, collective, and you're standing strong in that, and there's been evidence around you that's showing this, then I'm talking to you. They absolutely know not to call your phone with no craziness. All right. Okay, so over here we have family room, child, and gift. Okay, so I did mention all of the above, and that Knight of Cups reverse, that was that energy wanting to come in and try to tell you how sorry they are. They're not even trying to apologize. It's something that's going to make you mad, possibly, because they're not taking ownership of anything. They're not being accountable. They'll probably tell you how they struggle with their own self, but it has nothing to do with how they treated you, right? It's how it messed up their life. Not yours, not the family, not the child, the kids, none of that. It's all about them. It's always been about them. And even when they come to you with some sort of emotional outpour, it's still all about them. It won't mention it could be, but they will not mention anything in regards to, you know, how they messed up a nice, you know, opportunity to grow with the family and have a beautiful life with the family. None of that. That's why the child card family room gift here is because they have to sit with that now. They have to come to terms with what this even means, because they're absent of any of that right now, because pretty much they've been blocked from having access. Like, there's no way they can come and show up at your door with a suitcase. That's not happening. And they know it's not happening. But realizing what the gift was all along, family, child, and they have none of that. They tried to chase everything else. But it is what it is. All right, hope this helps.